What's up, y'all? Today's gonna be a little different. I'm doing a car I never said I would do, which is an Audi. It's an A6 3.0. Like I said, I hate these cars. I hate working on them. But today I would make an exception for the homie, man. What he's doing is he's putting lowering springs on the car, so we're gonna drop it a little bit. I believe they're the H&Rs. Yeah, H&Rs. They go to the box right there. And we're gonna put the H&Rs on there. And do what it do. So first I started off with the rear. I got the rear off. It's like 59 million points to take off on the bottom. Look at this trickery. I gotta get a light later and check out later, but look at all this trickery I had to get off to get all this off. The it got like a lower control arm on it. It got that piece. All these pieces I had to get off just to get the shock off. So I got the original shock off. I just had started. I got the original shock off. Got the spring compressor, compressed the spring. Got the old one off. It's the old spring right there. And this is the new spring. So far, I got one done. And yeah, that's where we're at right now. Got one on, compressed and all that. And when you take these off and put these on, man, you got to make sure you do it the right way. Because what I did, I would say this is probably my third time taking it off and putting it on. What I did was, you got to make sure this mounts right. So when you put it back, these two is to tell you where that goes. Bam, that goes right there. You put that suspension in. This right here is supposed to hit that, and then on the bottom, this is supposed to hit that. And that way you know the shock and everything's right. Then that lines up, and then that comes down, and that's that. So I got one right. This took me like a while to do, man, whatever. So I got one right. Now I gotta put this one back on, and then I'm gonna start the other side, and then the rear will be done. And then I'll go up front and do the two up front, and then we're gonna drop the car, see what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't work on Audis, but I'm kind of excited about this one, I ain't gonna lie. I got the fat tires on there, got some wheels on there, and I think with a drop, it's gonna look right. So, enough of me yip-yapping and jaw-jacking. Let's get to it. All right, so down in here, I got the shock off. Bam, bam, bada bing, bada boom. That's off, right? Then down here is like another control arm piece, like well, basically it's a lower control arm. Right here. And there's 3 bolts. 1 bolt right there, 1 bolt right there, and then 1 bolt in the back. You take those 3 bolts off, it drops. Bam, just as such. Right? So those 3 bolts come off. Then you take off the 2 bolts up top, and then there's like a little thing that holds the brake right here too. There's 2 of them. You take those 2 off too. Bam. Drop that. That comes off. The shock comes off. So I got the shock off. Got the stock shock. Put the shock absorbers on there. The shock absorbers. The shock springs. Took them off. Compressed it. The spring compressors. Shock absorbers. Shock springs. The spring compressors. Got those. Put them on the spring. Compressed the spring. Then I zapped the 18mm bolt off the top with my Milwaukee gun. Zapped that off. Pulled that off with the shocks and the spring compress. Bam, bam. Now I'm just putting on the new lowering spring. I'm gonna put that back on. Compress that. Zap, zap. All on again. Look at that. Then everything will be back on. Put everything back as it goes. Back on the car. Rears will be done. Now I gotta focus on the front. So that sounds easy. Let me get back to work, man. But yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Before I go, I gotta show you the other side I did earlier when I was showing y'all young shins. I'm proud of that. Took me a little while to get the other side done. But, oh yeah, you see that? Pretty. H&Rs, man. Everything bolted up, ready to rock. So, I got one side done. Gotta do the other side, man. Let's get it. So now, tighten this up. So I'm holding this to stop it from spinning as I turn it. So I got this crack-a-lacking, like I said, line that up, bam. Line that up, bam. That's going like that, bam. Now it's time to install this, and then yeah, we'll be on to the fronts. So let's get it, man. Now you take the spring, pop it up in that thing.
Now, we'll go under. We'll start lining these. Like that. So, put that. Open right here.
So what I did was, I got the arm on, I put that one on first that connects to the shock. Now, I do some bending. Now I gotta get these arms in, so check it out. What's up, y'all? So I'm back at it, you know what I'm saying? They doing construction out here or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Little construction out here on the street. But anyway, never mind that. I'm finishing up these shocks and springs on the Audi, man. So, I already did that side. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did that side. I'm impatient. I can't be waiting. And I already took that off. I ain't gonna lie. I'm impatient. I can't be waiting. So it's 3 screws, one on the bottom for that shock right there, right? And then it's 2 little ball joint things that go right there at the top on this pretty much. And then there's 3 bolts at the top. And then you slide that down, bang, bang, bada bing, whole shock comes down. Now, while I got the shock out, I started compressing it. Compress the shock. Then there's a nut. I took the nut off. I did that too. I ain't gonna lie. Took that nut off. Shock's compressed. And I got the last H&R spring right here. And we're gonna install. So now I'm gonna take this spring, put it on that, put everything back, line everything back up, put it in the car, and we should be done. All right, so now as I'm doing this, gotta make sure and keep everything lined up, man. Take that out. Spring comes out. That spring comes out. The same orientation. Just like that. Gotta undo those later. Come back to that. After you get the shock together and compressed and on and everything turned right, then there's a top piece that goes on right here, and it's 2 bolts, 2 14mm, or 2 13mm bolts. You slap that on, and that's where all that goes on. Then from there, you're gonna take the suspension and put it back up. So that's what I'm about to do right now. And as I'm doing it, y'all can check me out. You feel me? Bam. There you go. Y'all can check me out now. So, get the shock like that. Feed it up here. So I got the suspension back on. So remember that piece? Got that on there. Finally lined that up with the bottom. Put that bolt on there. Have the 3 bolts at the top. Now that's complete. Now I gotta put the wheel on and drop it and see what it look like. Let's get it. All right, so I finally got it done. Came together, man. Look right. Check it out. Hard. I like it. So that's it for the Audi, y'all. Peace.